Welcome to Catholic News World.
Welcome to Catholic News World. Please subscribe to our channel. My name is Steph. Here are this week's breaking news headlines.
Father Gabriel Romanelli, parish priest of the Catholic Church of the Holy Family in Gaza, told Asia News that life after the ceasefire in Gaza has slightly improved, but the war is continuing. The church compound has welcomed and is still hosting over 400 refugees, with many women and children. Severe storm conditions in Gaza have resulted in deaths, flooding incidents that affected nearly 55,000 households, and the evacuation of 370 families from shoreline sites. The death toll among Palestinians since October 7, 2023, is at 70,668 fatalities and 171,152 injuries. According to reports, since the ceasefire, 394 Palestinians have been killed, 1,075 injured, and 634 bodies retrieved from under the rubble. The majority of the population does not have access to drinking water, which is why many gastrointestinal diseases are developing and spreading throughout the area. Cardinal Pier Battista Pizzaballa, Latin Patriarch of Jerusalem, accompanied by the Latin Patriarchal Vicar, Monsignor William Shomali, and a small delegation, arrived in Gaza on December 19th for a pastoral visit to the Holy Family Parish on the eve of the Christmas celebrations. During his visit, his beatitude reviewed the current situation of the parish, including the humanitarian response, ongoing relief and rehabilitation efforts, and the prospects for the period ahead. He met with the local clergy and parishioners to receive briefings on the needs of the community and the initiatives underway to support them. On Sunday, his beatitude will preside over the Christmas Mass at the Holy Family Parish. This visit marks the beginning of the Christmas celebrations among a community that has lived and continues to live through dark and challenging times. It reaffirms the enduring bond of the Holy Family Parish in Gaza with the wider diocese of the Latin Patriarchate of Jerusalem, and expresses the Patriarchate's commitment to accompany its faithful in hope, solidarity, and prayer. Please pray for humanitarian aid for the people of Gaza.
Please subscribe to our channel.
Pope Leo XIV accepted the resignation of Cardinal Timothy Dolan at age 75 of the Archdiocese of New York, and appointed Bishop Ronald Hicks as his successor. Cardinal Dolan is now retired from the pastoral governance of the Archdiocese of New York, and Bishop Ronald Hicks, currently Bishop of Joliet, will be installed as the Metropolitan Archbishop of New York. The resignation and appointment were publicized in Washington, D.C. on December 18, 2025, by Cardinal Christophe Pierre, Apostolic Nuncio to the United States. The Archdiocese of New York is comprised of 4,683 square miles in the state of New York and has a total population of 5,445,700 people, of which 1,572,580 are Catholic. Bishop Ronald Alden Hicks was born in 1967 in Hyvie, Illinois, to Ronald and Rosalie Hicks. He has a younger brother, Rick. He was brought up in South Holland, Illinois, near where Pope Leo XIV grew up. He received his Bachelor of Arts degree in philosophy from Niles College of Loyola University, Chicago, in 1989, and both his Master of Divinity degree in 1994 and his Doctor of Ministry degree in 2003 from the University of St. Mary of the Lake in Mundelein, Illinois. Bishop Hicks, age 58, was ordained to the priesthood for the Archdiocese of Chicago on May 21, 1994. In July 2005, Bishop Hicks moved from Chicago to El Salvador to begin his 5-year term as regional director of a home dedicated to caring for more than 3,400 orphaned and abandoned children in 9 Latin American and Caribbean countries. From 2010 to 2014, Bishop Hicks served as the Dean of Formation at Mundelein Seminary. In 2018, he was ordained an auxiliary bishop of the Archdiocese of Chicago. In 2020, Pope Francis named Bishop Hicks as the 6th bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Joliet, Illinois. Bishop Hicks serves on the Committee on Clergy, Consecrated Life and Vocations for the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops, and as their liaison to the Association of Ongoing Formation of Priests and the National Association of Diaconate Directors. At the press conference welcoming the new Archbishop-elect, His Eminence Cardinal Dolan reflected on his nearly 17 years leading the Archdiocese in a letter sent to its more than 1.5 million Catholics. Bishop Hicks explained to the people, "I am committed to working with the great variety and diversity of faith leaders and civic leaders to keep that hope alive and to make real the promise of the Golden Door by acting in mutual respect and working to uphold human dignity. As a church, we can never rest in our efforts to prevent abuse, to protect children, and to care for survivors. While this work is challenging, it's difficult, it's painful. I hope it will continue to help in the areas of accountability, transparency, and healing. I very much look forward to working closely and collaboratively with the priests, the deacons, the religious, the lay leaders of this archdiocese, and I look forward to getting to know you and them getting to know me together. I hope that we can listen, discern, pray, and serve faithfully as we move forward in hope." In two other key appointments, the Holy See announced on December 19th that Pope Leo XIV had made two other new episcopal appointments in the United States. The Vatican announced a new bishop for the Diocese of Palm Beach, Florida, as well as an auxiliary bishop for the Diocese of Phoenix. Father Manuel de Jesus Rodriguez was appointed to lead the Palm Beach Diocese after the resignation of Bishop Gerald Barbarito, the Vatican said, at age 75. Barbarito has reached the customary age at which bishops retire. Bishop-designate Rodriguez is currently a priest in the Diocese of Brooklyn, where he serves at Our Lady of Sorrows Church in Queens. The new bishop was born in the Dominican Republic in 1974 and studied at the Pontifical University, Madre y Maestra. The Holy See also announced on December 19 that Pope Leo XIV appointed Monsignor Peter Di Bui as an auxiliary bishop of the Diocese of Phoenix. Bishop-designate Bui is currently the diocesan vicar for clergy for the Phoenix Diocese. A native of Vietnam, he entered the Legion of Christ Novitiate in 1989 and made his first profession in 1991. He attended the Pontifical Athenaeum in Rome, where he earned degrees in philosophy and theology and a licentiate in philosophy. The bishop-designate speaks English, Vietnamese, Spanish, Italian, and German.
Please subscribe to our channel.
In Myanmar, the military junta has forced Christians to celebrate Christmas ahead of scheduled in Kachin state to avoid interfering with the election. According to Asian News, the regime has ordered churches in the northern state, home to a large Christian community, to celebrate Christmas Mass by the 20th of December. Any public event related to the holiday is prohibited on the 25th. Officials justify the measure, citing logistical difficulties. Frustration was widespread among the faithful. "They oppress us with weapons, and now they try to oppress our spirit," said one. The ruling military council has ordered churches in Kachin state to hold masses, celebrations, and other Christmas-related events to stop a few days before the holy day to encourage voting. The directive effectively bans public celebrations on December 25th, the sacred date traditionally associated with the holiday. Local government officials justify the measure as a logistical necessity. It's because of the election. If it's held normally on December 25th, it will be too close to the election, a member of the General Administration Department in Putao Township told local media. For ethnic Kachin who are predominantly Christian, the junta's order is not a logistical adjustment, but a deliberate act of control and repression. The military seized power in February 2021 by ousting the democratic-elected government of Aung San Suu Kyi, who was arrested. The restriction has put the clergy in a difficult position. Fearing repercussions, most churches have complied, scheduling services for December 18th or 19th. A former district administrator in Meet Kina noted that, while no specific punishment has been announced, the threat is implicit. It is certain that if someone holds it close to the election on the 24th or the 25th, they will arrest or block them, citing disobedience or rebellion against government orders, he said. By contrast, in townships where elections will not be held, the Christmas holidays are expected to proceed as usual.
Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to Catholic News World's channel. God bless.